News at 1. President Tinubu visits France, strategize on partnership to ensure proper development across Africa.
We don't take Nigeria for a serious country.
Experts identify renewable technologies to improve climate change. And issues of born care and safety take center stage as Federal Medical Center educates FCT communities on treatment protocols. Hello and welcome to an abridged version of the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Mariam George Jitubo. President Bola Tinubu is nudging France to see and treat Nigeria as a serious strategic partner to ensure proper development across Africa. This was during his engagement on a state visit to France. In honor of President Emmanuel Macron's invitation, State House correspondent Busbao Danwahab reports that President Tinubu and his wife Oluremi were accorded a grand reception in Paris.
A jinx of more than 20 years broken for Nigeria, with President Bola Tinubu being the first on a state visit to France after such a long time. And the grand reception for the first trade partner of France in sub-Saharan Africa was befitting as it was historic. Starting from the French Military Museum, the stature and status of Nigeria were depicted and greeted with military parade. Following that was another reception at Elysee Palace, the French presidential villa. And then to the bilateral meeting of government officials chaired by the two leaders and another bilateral meeting of business community. Afterwards, both leaders here announced of fruitful engagements. President Bola Tinubu assures of his government's commitment to improved security and business climate as well as other socio-economic transformations. He, however, wants the French government to de-risk and promote measures that would further encourage partnership in other areas such as solid minerals development, education and agriculture, among others.
There will be no fear of learning. The more educated this population will be, the better and well-trained society. We have this responsibility that is unique to fighting terrorism. And no matter how much you invest in other African countries, you don't take Nigeria for a serious country and a partner in your crusade, you won't achieve the results. Nigeria is ready to partner with a friend so that we have a very robust security operation that will stop migration.
For President Macron, various reforms in Nigeria have gained the attention of the world and is committing his government toward making Nigeria a greater partner.
And with the President and his ministers, we have defined several new lines of actions for investment of French companies in Nigeria, of course in the energy sector and also in the sector of rare metals and critical minerals, which are so necessary for the development of new technologies and in particular new decarbonized industries.
First Lady Oluremi presented some Nigerian traditional gift to the French president and his wife. In the end, the two leaders are apparently fulfilled and sure of greater cooperations, more mutually beneficial. From Paris, Musbah and Wahab, NT News.
Let's now shift attention to health. Burn Awareness Day, observed globally, aims to prevent burn injuries and raise awareness about proper care and rehabilitation for burn victims. This initiative vitally educates communities on burn prevention strategies and treatment protocols. Asabe Williams reports that the Federal Medical Center, JABI's burn unit, is taking a leading role, hosting activities highlighting burn care and safety measures importance.
According to the World Health Organization, an estimated 180,000 deaths occur annually due to burns, primarily in low and middle income countries. Senior Special Advisor to the President on Health, Dr. Salma Ibrahim Anas, and other burn survivors share their stories highlighting the challenges and triumphs of recovering from burn injuries.
So everybody in the house came around me, including my mom. Put this, put that. But I did an amazing thing because I was confused in the midst of all, and I refused to put anything. Immediately it happened. So in the night, it became so swollen, and I punctured it, and the water drained. Before morning again, it swelled up. So I now rushed. I said, I have to come to the hospital.
Something just took me, because I was living in a room self-contained, like room, kitchen and toilet. Something just took me to the living room. Bam. All I was seeing from them were just flames.
The Federal Medical Center, JABI, excels in addressing public health issues, notably organizing Burns Awareness Day. Dr. Amaka Ehigibe, consultant and plastic surgeon, head of burn unit, states that they are committed to providing quality care for burn victims and promoting prevention and other proper care.
This year, our emphasis is on flammables, because flame burns is a major disaster that can result in, serious morbidity and mortality, and it's very expensive to manage. You have patients staying on admission for up to 2 to 3 months. Then you require multiple surgeries, and most of them can't afford it.
Anytime it happens, nobody should just try to do any medication, but just to do a first aid by running water on the burn and then getting to hospital for medical attention.
As part of our efforts under His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to ensure that all Nigerians have access to quality health care, including burns victims. They have access at all levels of care. So we recognize that most Nigerians, their first point of contact is the primary health care. And I'm glad to mention that His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the Coordinating Minister of Health, are strengthening the primary health care facilities.
Burn Awareness Day serves as a reminder to prioritize safety, care, and give support to those affected. This year's theme is Flammable. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NT News.
And talking environment, renewable energy, sustainable land use, and eco-friendly technologies are proven solutions to climate change, experts say. These solutions must reach the grassroots level. To address environmental challenges and develop a sustainable world, youths must be involved through inclusion in school curricula. The symposium, organized by J7 Innovations Empire, featured notable attendees, including Paul Artie, General Manager, NTA Channel 5, Abuja, representing the Director General, Abdulhamid Dembus. Safia Norma Uchi reports.
The devastating effects of climate change, including rising sea levels, droughts, and extreme weather conditions, ultimately lead to frequent natural disasters and food and water scarcity and other dire consequences. According to Peter Kotrich, a former diplomat and writer, climate change could be viewed as an opportunity to create jobs and drive national development.
We need to put the climate change focused, sustainable, environment focused curricula into the curricula starting from the elementary school up to the secondary school. It is the merit of the issue.
Other speakers, such as Paul Ate, General Manager of NT Abuja, emphasized the importance of converting waste to wealth, encouraging improvement.
When we look at how our youth are being engaged these days, you see some of them picking plastic here and there. They are creating wealth. We have to let the world know that there's no way Nigeria can be in isolation.
There are extant laws that one way or the other border on the environmental governance. These existing regulations and existing acts are put in place to address different issues that border on the climate volatility and the environmental issues.
Stakeholders agreed that establishing enabling environmental laws and collaborating with private and developmental sectors is crucial to achieving the goals set by COP29. In Abuja, Sophia Noma Uche, NTA News.
The Frugal Empowerment Foundation has disbursed grants of 100,000 naira to female petty traders in the FCT. This is in commitment to its vision of creating a world where every individual, irrespective of background, has access to opportunities that help become self-sufficient. Cecilia Julius tells us more.
For these female traders in the FCT, it is not just a memorable day for them, but also a promise kept after undergoing registrations and training. Now they have business grants to set the festive spirit and business prospects alive. The Frugal Empowerment Foundation, saddled with a commitment to empowering creative individuals, regardless of their background, have empowered these petty traders with grants of 100,000 naira each to support their cause.
I'm so happy, and it's free. This is my alert. This is my alert.
My heart is full of joy. Honestly speaking, when I was coming for this program, I never knew it's going to happen, because I've gone to so many programs, and at the end of the day, nothing to show for it. But this one, I don't know what to say, but just say thank you to Fuga.
Pioneer and founder Peter Osezwa and other partners pledge readiness to providing sustainable growth in the attempt to raising the vulnerable to be independent through the Small Business Empowerment Initiative.
Our primary drive is to empower the vulnerables in our community. Our project actually is centered into three main categories, which is the talent development, skill initiative, and charity initiative.
This is the first time I, come for a program that you just have women that are not politicians, but elderly women being empowered by an individual who is not even expecting, or rather his funds are not from the government.
This is just like a grant seed for expanding of their business and also startup for those who have not started already. So that is what Frugal Empowerment Foundation is doing here.
Award of selfless contribution so far was presented to the host, also known as Mr. Frugal, with the hope to spur him in achieving more. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
And that concludes the news at 1. Thank you for being a part of it. I am Mariam George Jitubo.